Morning. How we doing?
Good. First day in pads, how do you think they reacted to that? And is the plan for Tristan to do any team stuff while you're in pads until his deal is done, or why was he kind of out of that?
Well, the first day at pads, I thought went pretty good. Obviously, we got some technique things to clean up. As for Tristan, we talked before practice. I know he's only doing individual period. He's here in good faith while his contract's getting done. We're trying in good faith to negotiate a contract, and hopefully something gets worked out soon. But the fact that he's here and not holding out, when he gets it done or whenever that gets done, he can come in and step in and not lose any plays mentally by being here.
He's fully healthy right now, though.
Yes. Okay. No, I'm playing.
Come on, you can't get rid of this
Yo, it was silence. When I hear silence, I gotta go.
You've been working a lot of guys at safety,
Uh-huh.
some of the young guys cross-training them. Who's kind of stood out with the ability to kind of move back and forth, nickel and safety?
I think all of them. This is the first time that we've had safeties that can play free, strong, and at least over half of them nickel. So Merryweather can play free and strong. Tavier can play free, strong, and nickel. Tyke can play free, strong, and nickel, as can Jordan and Wynn. So we got a lot of guys back there, and Banks is a good athlete as well. But we got a lot of guys back there that we're moving around and seeing who moves well and stays where. But it's pretty good athletically.
The player that Jordan was when he was drafted here versus the guy that has come back from the Jets, how has that kind of how has his game kind of evolved? Because it seems like when he came into the league, he was just kind of typecast as this in the box guy. But from what I'm seeing out there, you guys don't seem to have any hesitation using him in coverage. Even I think I saw him single high a few times.
Well, he's more experienced, obviously. He went to a different system, and he had our system before he left. He went and experienced a different system and had some success. He came back here. He's a lot more experienced that way. You can tell his footwork has cleaned up quite a bit. Even before he left, we were hesitant playing him on third down. Right now, I wouldn't even hesitate. He looks great out there. He has a great intelligence of the game of what we're trying to do. Him and Wynn try to disguise all the time, and they become interchangeable that way. So very happy with where he is right now.
Is the biggest difference for him then up here? Because you also said footwork too.
I mean, he was young when we had him, so it's only a matter, you go away for 2 years, you're going to come back and learn some things, and you're going to become a better pro, a better athlete. You're going to take care of your body more, and it feels like we got him right in his prime right now, coming back here. His mindset was always great. Just coming back in shape, picking up the system where he left off, a few new things he's learning, but the communication with him and Wynn has never wavered.
Todd, what have you seen from Keenan Isaac so far in training camp, and what do you like about his game, his fit with defense?
I think he had 2 good practices between today and yesterday. He's kind of picked it up and got his hands on balls. He's very long. He's very heady. He has good change of direction. Just understanding the scheme more and knowing when he can take advantage of his situations is what I'm trying to see.
You said you wanted to see some of these guys in pads. What were your impressions of Barton and Jalen McMillan first day in pads?
I got to watch the tape. I can't keep eyes on all of them. I've seen a play or two, not enough to sit down and say they did this or they did that. A lot of people I'm looking at there. So after I watch the tape and see everything, I'll get a feel.
There's also referees out there today as far as discipline is concerned. How do they deal with that?
Again, I got to look at the tape. A lot of flags go. I want them to be very ticky-tacky now so we can learn it so we don't have them during the season. So I said anything close, they need to throw the flag, and they need to learn from it. We need to learn from it. So we'll see what the flags look like.
What's the growth been like even in the last couple of days? Because I know the first day off, coming off that, it's usually when you see the most mental errors, and then a big test putting on the pads. Just what kind of growth have you seen from your team just in the last few days?
We've had mistakes and mental errors, but it hasn't been sloppy. Normally you have those sloppy days to start, or especially after a day off. They haven't been sloppy. They've been technical, things we have to clean up. They've been very mature since they got here. Obviously we have a lot of work to do, but where we are right now mentally has been pleasing.
How you go tomorrow night? Will you make a scrimmage part of that, or more constructive part of practice that way?
We'll see how practice goes. Sometimes we'll go live a little bit, and sometimes we'll just go straight through the practice. Depending on how practice goes, we'll talk as coaches tonight, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
Is there a specific reason tomorrow night is a night practice? I don't know as far as when you were determining your practice structure.
Well, for us, the first day in pads, you know it's going to be hot and they're going to be a little drained, so you want to stay off their feet a little bit more and give them a little extra rest, but you still come out and have a productive practice. The fact that it's indoors and they got a little more time to rest, you know, it helps out a little bit with the body.
Coach, what were your impressions of Kavon Merryweather out there today? He made a few nice plays, pass deflections, big hits. What did you think?
Good to see him running around. He's been very vocal. He hasn't lost anything mentally, which has been great for him. Credit to him studying off the field. So he's moving around a lot faster, and he just got to keep it up.
It's early, but is there a position group, or are there any position groups that you feel like, oh, this is going to be a lot tougher to make cuts here and try to whittle this thing down?
I think as a whole, it's going to be a lot tougher. You know, you get better athletes and you get good players there, it's going to be more competition. So the fact that everybody's kind of young right now, it's going to be tough.
Todd, comparing this year from last year, are you seeing more confidence in your squad now? Baker's settled in and everyone is really used to each other?
I think because he's settled in, you see a lot more confidence in the squad and a lot more confidence in each other. The fact that we went pretty far last year for us, not far enough, but you see some confidence and some hope, and they come back mature-wise and understanding what they have to do, and we just try not to beat ourselves.
Todd, speaking of competition, you're reaching that in a lot of different positions. Does that include backup quarterback as well? Is there a competition there?
There's a competition everywhere. Trask and Wolf have competition as well.
Anything else?
Thanks.